Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Sunday School. We're so excited you're here. My name is Chessie Brunton, and I'm the Director of Children and Family Ministries here at Manchester UMC. We are continuing with our Good Shepherd series. It is after Easter, but we are still in the season of Easter, so we are celebrating the resurrection of Jesus. As a reminder, with these stories, there are wondering questions. And for my parents and guardians, these are questions that we should all wonder with together. Don't try to answer them. Some don't even have answers. But please enjoy wondering along with our young friends. As a reminder, these stories can be found after the 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock worship services through our website and on Facebook Live. If you want additional activities, you can go over to the Children and Family Ministries Facebook page and find things to go along with each week's lesson. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I can't wait to see you soon. Goodbye.
Good morning. My name is Erin Bryan, and I am a parent volunteer with Manchester Children and Family Ministries, and I am here to share with you a Good Shepherd story about what happened right after Jesus was resurrected on Easter morning. All the words to this story are inside of me. Would you please help me make silence so that I might find the words to my story? It was still Easter Sunday. Later in that day, two men were walking from Jerusalem to Emmaus, about 7 miles. As they walked, they talked about all that had happened in Jerusalem that week. And as they were talking, Jesus came near to them and joined them. But they did not recognize him. Then Jesus asked the men, "What is this that you're talking about?" The men stood still and looked sad. One man named Cleopas said to Jesus, "Are you the only visitor to Jerusalem that doesn't know what things happened there this week?" And Jesus said, "What things?" The men answered, "The things about Jesus of Nazareth, who said amazing things and did wonderful things, about how our leaders gave him up to be killed and how he was crucified. We had hoped he was the Messiah. Now this is the 3rd day since that happened, and some women we know told us an amazing thing. They went to the tomb and couldn't find his body. And they told us of angels who said Jesus was alive. Some of the disciples went to the tomb too and found it empty, but they didn't see the angel." Then Jesus began talking with the men, and he explained all of the scriptures, starting with the stories of Moses. When they came near to Emmaus, the men asked Jesus to stay and have supper with them. At the supper table, Jesus took the bread and blessed it and broke it and gave it to them. Immediately, the men knew who he was, but then Jesus disappeared from them. The men said to each other, "Didn't we have a wonderful feeling inside when he was talking to us on the road?" And then they hurried back to Jerusalem and found the 11 disciples and told them what had happened and how they had known Jesus when he broke the bread. I wonder why the men didn't know who Jesus was when they saw him on the road. I wonder what Jesus said to them when he explained the scriptures. And I wonder what was different about Jesus when he broke the bread that made the men recognize him. And I have some questions for my older friends. Why do you imagine the men didn't know Jesus? Were they so involved in their own sadness that they couldn't think about Jesus being alive? Were they so busy with their thoughts that they didn't really even look at him? I wonder if he looked different from before. Sometimes there's wonderful teachers who help us to understand things that we didn't understand before. And Jesus was like that for these men on the road. Who is like that for you in school, church, or at home? When Jesus broke the bread and fed them, the men recognized him. It was a very simple, everyday task, and yet it made them realize who he was. What mannerisms or actions are you known for? Think about favorite meal times that you've had. What made them special? Was it the food, the company, or the time? Friends together at McDonald's can be as special as a Christmas dinner for some people. Why would a meal be a way Jesus related to these men? Watch now as I return these materials to the basket so that someday you may know how to use them if you'd like to use this story for your own. Thank you so much for joining us today for this story. If you would like more information or activities about this story, please feel free to visit us at the Manchester Children and Family Ministries Facebook page. See you soon. Bye-bye.